Hey guys, okay, we're just gonna go back again to demonstrative or demonstrative. I don't know how some people pronounce it. Demonstrative pronouns is what I'm gonna say. So this, that, these, and those are examples. Now these have singular and plural forms, and this and that are the singular. Okay, so if I were to say, this paper clip that I'm holding, and I'm holding it in my hand, and it's close to me. So that's why I would say this paper clip versus that paper clip over on that desk over there is further away from me. So that's what we mean when we're talking about these examples. This, and if I were to say these paper clips that are really close to me, if I have more than two, which I do here, these paper clips versus those paper clips. So again, this and these refer to the people or objects that are really, really near to me, the speaker, that I might even be holding, while that and those are far away. We're familiar with this. We use this often. In fact, most of the time, we don't even think about it. So I never saw that done before. So that would be an example of one of these pronouns. This is an example. These, those, that. Okay, so those are all examples. Now, so you don't have to say it again okay, so next are relative pronouns. Now, these are a little bit different. So relative pronouns are pronouns that link two sentences. So example would be, this is a sentence which is short. Okay, or he is a teacher who is very knowledgeable. That and which. So examples of these are that, who, and which. So which is used when the link is not really necessary between the two things. You're just kind of saying that these two things have a tenuous link. Okay, it's not absolutely necessary. Who is used when there is a link. And again, which is between things, two things. Who is between people. And that can be either a person or a thing, but it is necessary. You use that when the link is absolutely essential. So let's do a couple examples of completing these sentences with the most appropriate relative pronouns. And again, we like to think that we know which form that we would use, but let's test our knowledge here. So the examples that we can use are that, who or whom, and which. Okay? So his approval is the only thing blank matters. So it might be common to say that his approval is the only thing which matters, but if the link is really important, in this case it is, we would use that. His approval is because we're also saying only. Only is really important here because it's only one thing, which means that there needs to be, the link is necessary. Now, if we said his approval, which matters, but it might be not the only thing, I guess. So in this case, it is that. Next one, the book blank you lent him last month is overdue. Again, this is between a thing and a person. So in this case, it is again also that. The book that you lent him last month is overdue. Next one, they were out of town during the time to blank you refer. To that which you refer, to whom you refer, to who, whom, or which. And in this case, it is which, to which you refer. So you give the rest of these a go and see how well you know them. Again, I think those ones are on the quiz, so you can test your knowledge there. Next is reflexive pronouns. So these are the selfish pronouns. So examples are, I cut myself, yourself, himself. She hit herself, itself, ourselves, yourselves, themselves are all examples of those selfish pronouns. Now, Note the pronoun and the reflexive pronouns refer to the same person or individual. She hit herself. He, himself. You, yourself. It, itself. So it's really important that you know that. Reflexive pronouns also reflect the action of the verb back to the actor. Hit, saw, hurt, cut, bit, did, it, like did, hurt, went, right? Okay, there's a noun in between, or a verb in between there. The reflexive pronouns also have the suffix self. Again, self, yourself, himself, herself, itself, ourselves, all have self as the suffix, the ending. So circle the actor of the sentence and then highlight the reflexive pronoun. So what we're going to do is we're going to circle the actor. So the actor in this one is I. And then let's, this one's a really hard one, yourself, because it's implied. You please do it yourself, even though the you is not there. So we would say that like the you is just in front of here. So it would be yourself. I soaked, my. The patron stuffed himself. So in this case, even though it's not probably correct because the patron stuffed, if you wanted to be politically correct, you would say themselves with food instead of himself, or you could use herself, or stuff him or herself with food from the buffet if you wanted to be politically correct. So those are reflexive pronouns. Next are indefinite pronouns. So these are just, again, unspecified persons, things, or groups. So in this example, anyone, everyone, everything, nothing, and somebody are all examples of this. So a more comprehensive list, like you could also add like all, anybody, anyone, anything, like all of these would also be examples of that. So you can highlight the indefinite pronouns in the sentences below. This is pretty simple, guys. Just what are the indefinite pronouns? And last but not least, let's just go to correct the errors in pronoun usage in these sentences. So it was him who broke the cup. So this is not correct, believe it or not. I know a lot of you are going to be confused by this. It actually should be, it was he who broke the cup. Now here, the coach had a meeting with she and the trainer. So again, the coach had a meeting with her and the trainer. Okay, that is the correct way to say it. Now, it was he who broke the cup. I don't even know if I could explain this. If you finish this and you have questions about why it's that one, I will find out the answer for you. So give these ones a go. I think I put half of these ones on the quiz to test your knowledge. So give those ones a go, and I look forward to seeing this online. Thanks, guys. And I think the next one, I know I promised verbs was next, but it actually made more sense to do pronouns, and I think next will be adjectives. So look for that one coming up. We'll talk to you later. Bye.